Hey everybody, this is Ms. Durham back with another video. Today we're talking about adding and subtracting mixed numbers and fractions, okay? So let's get started. Don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Welcome, and we love to have you. And after we finish you all, if you think that somebody else will benefit from the videos, please forward the video over to them and they can get the knowledge as well. Ms. Durham is here to help, sweetie pies. All right, let's get started. So now we have 1 2/4, okay? Plus 2 1/4. We're going to talk about how to add these mixed numbers. Now, sweetie pies, honey bunches of oats, students, parents, teachers, whoever's watching, whoever is getting to help sweetie pies, add your mixed numbers first. Now, it doesn't matter if you add your fractions first. Here, let me get a pointer. It's okay. But what I found is that a lot of students are adding their fractions, and because those fractions have so many steps to add, they forget about adding the mixed numbers. So I usually tell my students to add the whole numbers first, okay? So let's get ready to add our whole numbers first. 2 plus 1. I hope you said 3. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So we're going to move that whole number over to our answer. Now the only thing left to add is our fractions, okay? So don't forget whole numbers first and then fractions. You don't have to, but it's very good practice to do that, okay? Now we can analyze our fractions. Now we have 2/4 plus 1/4. Okay, first thing you want to do when you're adding and subtracting fractions is ask yourself, do they have common denominators? This particular problem has common denominators because both of the denominators here are 4. They're the same, okay? So when the denominators are the same, they stay the same, okay? So we're going to keep that denominator as 4. Only thing left to do is add our numerators. 2 plus 1 equals, I hope you said 3. 2 plus 1 equals 3, and the answer here is 3 3/4. Okay? Easy stuff, right? But what happens if you don't have common denominators? Okay? So let's look at this problem. Now we're adding a mixed number plus a fraction. Okay? First thing we want to do, we still have a whole number here. Let me see if I can get that to go down. Yeah. We still have a whole number here. So first thing we want to do is add our whole numbers. Here we have 1, but the second fraction doesn't have a whole number. It would be just like saying the whole number here is 0. Okay, I want to grab a pen and write it yellow for you. 0. So 1 plus 0, or 1 plus nothing, equals 1. We're going to move that whole number right over to our answer. Don't forget to do that first. Now we can analyze our fractions. First thing you want to do when you're adding fractions is to ask yourself, are the denominators the same? Look at the denominators here. Are they the same? No. So we have to use our method. What Ms. Durham is going to do, I'm going to move the fractions down so that we have a clear view. We have 1/2 plus 1/4. Denominators are not the same, so we do our strategy. We're going to try to use butterfly method. This is not the only way, but it's the easiest way for students I've found. So 2 times 4 equals 8. That gives us a common denominator. Now we have to butterfly, sweetie pies. When you start to butterfly, you start with the very first fraction, the very first numerator, cross multiply with the opposite denominator. So 1 times 4 equals 4. Okay, now we butterfly the other side. 1 times 2 equals 2. And because originally this is a addition problem, right here in the middle, there you go, we're going to add our numerators, okay? So let's get ready to add. 4 plus 2 equals 6, and we keep the same denominator because that's our common denominator. Now, this is the fraction portion of our problem. We're going to move that up. So the answer here would be 1 6/8. Easy stuff, right? Easy peasy. What we did was we added our whole numbers first, and then we added our fractions, okay? The answer here is 1 6/8. So what happens if your answer has a whole number and then an improper fraction? So let's take a look at that. I'm going to switch over to green now because it's getting a little more challenging. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so let's look at 1 3/4 plus 2 1/2. Okay? All right, don't forget, add those whole numbers first. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Now we have our whole number. And now we have to analyze our fractions. Does your fraction have common denominators? No, it doesn't. 4 and 2 are not the same number, okay? So we need to go through our method. We're going to use our butterfly method. I'm going to move those fractions down so that we have a clear view. 3/4 plus 1/2. Okay? Because they don't have like denominators, we need to multiply our denominators to get a common denominator. 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay? Now we have to butterfly. Butterfly our you always use the first fraction, but butterfly the numerator times the opposite denominator. 3 times 2 equals 6. And then we do the other side. 4 times 1 or 1 times 4 equals 4. And because this originally is an addition problem, we're going to add our numerators. So let's get ready to add. 6 plus 4 equals what? All right, I hope you said 10. And then we get common denominator. So if denominator is common, we're going to keep that same denominator. So now we have 10 over 8. So our answer here would be 3 and 10/8. You can't leave that way because that's an improper fraction. So in order to have a mixed number, you need a whole number and a proper fraction, not a whole number and a mixed fraction. So we have to convert that improper fraction back into a either mixed number or convert it here. So let me show you how. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab a pen. All right, let's get going. I'm going to move some things down. We have 3 and 10 over 8. But we need to convert this improper fraction, okay? So what you want to do is divide. Divide the top number by the bottom number. Remember in prior videos, and if you haven't seen that video, you are definitely welcome to go back and watch it, okay? Fractions are just like division problems, okay? The dot at the top means an unknown number. Here is your division line. The dot at the bottom means an unknown number, just like a fraction, okay? So I want you to read your fractions and think of your fractions as division. If we do that, this particular problem here, or fraction here, 10 over 8, as division, this would be 10 divided by 8, okay? 10 divided by 8, okay? So let's get ready to write that as a division problem. 10 divided by 8. All right, so let's work it out quickly. 8 goes into 10 one time. 1 times 8 equals 8. And then when you're down here, you know you subtract. 10 minus 8 equals 2. This is your mixed number, but you got to know where to find it. All right, this is step A, step B, and step C. I have a video that shows you how to convert. So if you want to watch that video, you can, okay? I'm going to become an expert at it. Step A gets you your whole number. So our whole number here is 1. Step B, sweetie pies, honey bunches of oats, will always get you your numerator. So our numerator here is 2. And step C, sweetie pies, is your denominator. So our denominator here is 8. So 10/8 is converted to 1 and 2/8. But guess what? We still have that 3 up there, okay? So we cannot forget about any whole numbers. That's very important when you're adding your mixed numbers. So now we have 3 plus 1 and 2/8. So let's get ready to add that. 3 plus 1 equals 4. And 2/8 plus nothing equals 2/8. So the total answer here is 4 and 2/8. I hope you all enjoyed. If I went a little bit too fast, it's because I'm trying to keep the minutes down to help everybody. So I upload videos pretty fast here, sweetie pies. So you have the option. Go in, watch the video as many times as you can. As many times that it takes to help you out. You can go in and pause the video, stop, so that you're able to write and interact with the video. That's the best thing about the videos. I love everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video.